Hello everybody, I am sorry for having you wait for this episode. But here it goes. Thanks for being so patient. Before I get down to it, please share my playlist, not just this episode alone, but the playlist so people can catch up. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell so that you may be able to catch up the whole story. So let's get down to it. Around 11:30 a.m., I heard a clanking sound in the kitchen. Looks like Joe's family were getting ready to have lunch. I was invited to eat with them. I had this feeling that everybody seems to know what's going on but me. They can't tell me though. It was so awkward. By 10 a.m., Jack and I were face to face in front of his attorney for the first time since I left his house last Saturday. Jack got him and his attorney against me. Why would he be so afraid of me when I don't have an attorney to stand for me against him? I did not receive any subpoena, but why am I being summoned? I look at Jack and he looked back. Jack looks at me in disgrace and would glance at me once in a while with a sad face. I was confused by his body language. Does he hate me or love me? He seemed to try to send me some messages via his body language, but I can't make it up. He was on the left side with his attorney and I was on the right side. His brother Joe was in between, and across was the judge. In just a few minutes, the judge starts to read the papers. Well, to my surprise, Jack filed for a divorce. Yes, he did. I was so happy that he initiated the divorce himself. It means I didn't have to worry about doing it myself. But I was thinking, why such in a hurry, and why does he seem to have wanted it done like there's an emergency? Remember, he filed the divorce on February 12, 2002. Take note of the date. The date is very vital to why he filed a divorce sooner. When everything was done, we all had to sign the documents, the judge, Jack's attorney, Jack himself, and me. In the said divorce document, I wanted to laugh out loud. I could not believe what was written in there. To wit, read it yourself on the screen. What a joke that is, right? Husband shall wire $400 to wife in Cebu City, Philippines. I wanted to laugh hysterically but I held myself. At the same time, it made me think that maybe he wants to return the money that he had confiscated from me. Remember earlier he took all of my documents along with my $400 cash. Maybe he wants to return it but I have to be in the Philippines. Why and how? Why can't he give it to me right there and then when I am just right there in front of his face? How am I going to receive the money in the Philippines when I was not going to be in the Philippines within 5 days? Do you see how whack job Jack was? That was the last time I saw Jack. When he walked out of the courthouse, I saw he glanced at me again with tears in his eyes. Was he regretting all this? Why would he waste his tears if he really didn't care about his wife? It was 11 a.m. when Joe took me back to his house. So when I got inside in my room, I was crying helplessly. Now what? I am divorced, what's next? I was so confused. I kneeled down on the floor and was praying to God with all my heart to just get me out of this situation. Around 11:30 a.m., I heard a clanking sound in the kitchen. Looks like Joe's family were getting ready to have lunch. I was invited to eat with them. I had this feeling that everybody seems to know what's going on but me. They can't tell me though. It was so awkward. After lunch, Joe's 15-year-old daughter and I were washing dishes. Before Joe went outside as his daily routine, he reminded his 15-year-old daughter to watch me not to do stupid stuff. It was 12 noon when Joe and his wife were outside feeding their horses. 15 minutes later, Joe's daughter was outside feeding dogs. They have at least 6 horses and 5 dogs. I realized that Joe's daughter forgot her chore, her responsibility to watch me. Bells ringing in my ear and only me hear it. I went to my room peek where Joe and his wife. All of them was outside a few hundred yards from their house feeding the horses. They seemed to forget that they have a prisoner that they needed to watch. The sounds of the bells in my ears continue ringing. Someone whispered to me to do something. I went to my room and peeked back again outside to see if they are not heading back in yet. Well, they were giggling, laughing and making some jokes. This was my time to do something drastic. I went to Joe's master bedroom and made a phone call to my cousin. While I was dialing the number, my hands were shaking, my hearts were beating fast, and my hands were sweating. I was so scared that I would get caught. The phone was ringing for the third time. I said, "Come on cousin, answer the phone." "Hello." Finally my sweet cousin answered and all I said to her was, "I'm in trouble," click. I hung up the phone. Mind you, this was 1 p.m. already when I made that call. I put the handset back carefully on the phone cradle. I peeked towards the living room when it was safe. I ran quickly to my room and locked myself in. Again, I kneeled down the second time. I prayed and cried. I cried and prayed. I was getting tired of myself. Why did this happen to me? At 1:45 p.m. still Monday, Joe's family were now at the back porch. They all seemed to be happy. Around 2 p.m., I heard a loud police siren. I got up quickly to peek on the window. A cop's car coming my way. Oh my God. That is it for this episode, and watch out for the next. We are almost to the finale and you do not want to miss out. Thank you for listening to Aurora's True to Life story. Please support my channel by clicking the thanks icon on the bottom of this video. If not, at least share my story. Thank you so much.